I understand that in this day and age, it's easier not to talk about racism or color or any form of systematic discrimination. Hell, I think racism is easier to talk about instead of transgenderism. I got pigeonholed to a conversation into talking about it. I prefer to talk about race. I didn't know anything about transgenderism. And I was looking pretty ignorant very fast, even trying to talk about it with another transgender person on the phone on Blog Talk Radio. I chose to back out very quickly. So, personally, for the people that I have offended, if I choose to show you this video, see, the thing is, I'm making this video in advance. And I'll tell you why. I'll give you a short video. When I was actually 26, since I was 19, I've been listening to this guy named Tariq Nasheed. In his show in 2010, he talked about race. He said that before the 1600s, no one, black, white, or anyone, for that matter, was going by the terms we go today to identify our race or ethnicity. The terms Arab and Asian and Hispanic, Latino, Anglo-Saxon, anything like that. Are these English-based terms in America, or even the Spanish terms that are applied to people who exist today in America: Mestizo, Canadian Aborigine, Latino, Venezuelan, Black, Afro-Latino, or anything like that. Before the 1600s, before European colonialism, they don't exist. Color did, but they don't. And I went on a quest to actually learn about what racism was and why is it here and how does it affect us today, and what is the future in America for racism. How can we stop it? What can we do? Like, why is it here? I know it can turn into obsession, but also, if we don't know about it, we people in America will continue to hurt ourselves and each other by our lack of education, but also our lack of ignorance. So, for anyone that I choose to let see this video, not my subscribers, but the people that I say, hey, look at this link, try it out. I said that because I was thinking about a topic. I would do some research. This very sensitive topic, black on white crime. Why does that happen? Now, generally, you might say, hey, look, it's because, of, what white people did us 400 years ago and all this white supremacy and all this other stuff. And that's why black men today commit crimes and they kill white people who can revenge for ancestors. Yeah. That's what the general answer would be, right? Well, the thing is, I was at work, and this one customer heard me mumbling about it. He was hearing me say, I think he heard me say this because he gave me a dirty look when I said, hey, can I help you? I was mumbling to myself, black on white crime, black on white crime, black on crime, black on crime, black on white crime. And I wasn't saying in reference to taunt anyone. I didn't even know he was there. But I was like, if I'm going to talk about a topic like that, why do you even care to even talk about it? It was because I accept that we stay in America, and America has a dirty stain of racism. I accept that there are some people in this country that do not like diversity, that do not like multiculturalism. They prefer to be around their own people. Black and white and Latino. Not just white people, but black people too. I accept the dirty things, the ugly, untold crap, the shit of racism that people are comfortable going to bed at night at. I accept it. I don't like it. breaks my heart and disgusts me that people will feel these ways, these ugly, sadistic things of all colors in this country. The bigotry. I accept the fact that it happens. What I don't like that it exists. Like, the thing is, like, I know why some of the fears and frustrations that white people have towards black people, because they've personally told me in private conversations. So when I see them react certain ways, it doesn't bother me. Sometimes it does cause for concern of my behaviors, my relationship with them, but I understand to a certain degree, you know. But then again, I understand the frustrations that black people have towards white people, because I'm black and I understand that and how they think, and because they told me, and they're going to tell me before they'll tell another white person, obviously, so I understand. But I also understand, like, why certain groups in, like, the Pacific Islands in the South Pacific, the Pacific Islands off the coast of Southeast Asia, why some of those groups are attracted to light skin. I understand that this is here. I also understand that certain individuals hate black people. I accept that the hatred in other people's hearts exists towards other people's cultures. I accept that. I don't like it. It bothers me. And I hate it sometimes, because sometimes I can walk into a bar and you start to notice things like the hatred. For example, there was this man, he was well, it's already well known. My friend's Mexican, and she's a girl, very cute girl. She's into girls herself, but there was this other Mexican male, and he had this look of disdain on his face when my friend Brenda came over from him to me. Now, it's for widely well-known Mexican people. They know this already. They know that, men, Mexican men or Latino men, they prefer their women. They like their women. And I don't blame them for that. They want their women for themselves. That doesn't bother me. What I also know that Mexican people have told me that, okay, some of them hate black people. Okay, whatever. That's well known too. I accept the fact that that might have been why he looked at me dirty. And I say might. It might have been because he was jealous because there was another girl paid attention to him. So either or, I don't know. And me and my friend Brendan knew that. We were like, yeah, it might have been he was being racist, or maybe he was being jealous. I don't know. But we both had some mutual understanding. Because when you know dirty, ugly perceptions that other people have towards another race of people, you're not fazed or surprised. And we Americans need to stop reacting on certain racial biases. Reacting. We need to act on how to solve the problem or control ourselves and take responsibility for our actions. So I say this to anyone who sees this video that I choose to show you. Again, I accept that me talking about race might offend some people, and I take full responsibility for that. I don't promote racism. I don't condone it. I don't like it. It hurts and destroys people's lives. Toppled entire nations. It does detriment damage to societies over centuries, and you can see residual effects thousands of years in the making. You can see it and hear it and smell it. But I also know that talking about it promotes it and spreads it. But knowing that something exists and not talking about it is even worse. Turning a blind eye to it is even horrible, and acting like it doesn't exist at all. It's here. And if we don't all do our part to understand the next person's culture, or even if that means giving them their space and only being to places where you're wanted and being out of other places where you're not, then it creates a problem if we're not respecting the other person's space, whether it be intellectually or emotionally, and we're never poke and pry in another person's space, I guess, whether it be like physically or intellectually. So my point is, sorry in advance. Never mean to offend. I know how to be for all people. I was raised in a diverse environment. I like diversity. I like multiculturalism. I like learning about other people and connecting with them. It has empathy. Because I think the one cure to racism is empathy. That or having something in common anyway. And yeah, that's kind of what I want to say. I take full responsibility for everything that I've ever said or done on the net. And so if anyone ever chooses to, I choose to have this video. If you see me do something, talk about black stuff or black things, it's because I'm learning to have just as much as pride and respect for my own race as well as other people. Don't pride for my own, but also respect my own like other people's, because I've learned to respect and connect with other people. But when I see these things, it's me connecting with my own people, because in order to cure, because we're all damaged by race, in order to cure and chip away at racial biases and prejudices that we all Americans have. You cannot be living in America and you don't have a racial bias. This is the nature of America. One of the natures of America, unfortunately, it's negative traits. You can't live. I don't care who you are, black, white, mixed, biracial, loving or not. We all have it. We live in America. We're programmed. We have the capability of being prejudiced for that. But when you hear me talk about black things, or showing pride towards anything black or having importance on it, it's because I'm connecting with myself and my culture. Because we African Americans, we have no connection to our past, and showing respect towards it and paying homage to it is just curing ourselves myself. I feel like it's slowly curing myself of the racism that in America has done to me. Those of you know me personally, you know what it's done to me. Just like anyone else. As if you know my story. Which is personal, but, well, not that personal, pretty common, but it's about healing. It's about loving, but you cannot be for all people if you can't even be for yourself or be for your people. Be for your people, then you can be for other people. It's the same thing as showing respect to yourself before you can show respect to other people. Got to be loyal to yourself before you're loyal to other people. And that is the difference between me and the next person that talks about race, but they sound so bitter and hatred and they just want to spread all this hate. Because if I don't treat people with my own race right, how can I treat the next person's ethnicity and culture and understand where they're coming from when they're showing pride, when they're showing honor and respect, to paying homage to their ancestors or the people that they mainly identify with. There's nothing wrong with racial pride or ethnic pride. It only becomes a problem when you force it on other people and you don't know when to stop, or you try to say your culture, your race is better than that. That's where it becomes a problem. So if you ever catch me talking about something, it's because I do a lot of commentary on just on social media about, stuff in the Black community. Give my opinion, try to give facts, maybe help an individual who has been through the same experiences that I have, and maybe I can help them, because my journey is a long life, because everyone else has their own journey. So it's all about healing. And, stop the hate, stop the racism, whatever. But that's what it's about. But you got to heal yourself first. And that is what we call soul searching. But peace, love, and hair grease, which in my case, I'll just need baby oil to shine my head up. All right. Later, people.